Welcome to another Monday in America where President Trump just dropped a political bombshell. Today, he announced an executive order requiring every voter in every election to show a government-issued photo ID, no exceptions. On the surface, it sounds simple. You need an ID for beer, driving, even movies, so why not voting? But here's the catch. The Constitution gives states, not the president, the power to run elections. Trump's order is already facing fierce legal challenges. Critics warn this could disenfranchise millions, elderly, low-income, disabled, and minority voters who often lack the required ID. Trump also wants to ban almost all mail-in voting, except for the military and the gravely ill, citing unproven claims of fraud. This would upend how millions vote, especially after the pandemic made mail-in ballots a norm. Supporters call it election security, opponents call it voter suppression. The courts are gearing up for a fight, and the outcome could reshape American democracy. One thing's certain, the battle over who gets to vote just got a lot more intense. Shifting from ballots to borders, the Trump administration just suspended nearly all visas for Palestinian passport holders. This sweeping move slams the door on students, families, and professionals, drawing outrage from human rights groups who call it discriminatory and punitive. The policy comes amid a broader crackdown on immigration, further isolating an already vulnerable population. Meanwhile in Illinois, Governor J.B. Pritzker is vowing to resist Trump's immigration enforcement plans, especially any use of military force in his state. This sets up a classic state versus federal showdown, with real consequences for immigrant communities. Who decides how laws are enforced, Washington or the states? The answer could set a precedent for the entire country. For now, the message is clear. Immigration policy is once again a political battleground, and the stakes have never been higher. Amid all the policy chaos, a federal judge just hit pause on the deportation of nearly 700 unaccompanied Guatemalan children. Judge Sparkle L. Sunanen issued a 14-day halt, giving these kids a crucial window to seek asylum or protection. The administration's plan was to deport them quickly, arguing it would deter future border crossings. But advocates say rushing children out of the country without due process violates American and international law. For now, the children are back in shelters, not on planes. This legal battle is just beginning, but it's a rare moment of compassion in a system often criticized for its harshness. The fight over how America treats its most vulnerable newcomers is far from over, and the world is watching. Health policy is also in the spotlight, with new Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. facing criticism for stacking the Vaccine Advisory Committee with skeptics. Experts warn this could roll back decades of progress and risk the return of preventable diseases. Meanwhile, an FDA official is demanding YouTube remove videos of himself criticizing COVID vaccines, a bizarre twist in the administration's already controversial stance. The move blurs the line between personal reputation management and government censorship. It raises tough questions. Should officials control their public image, or does the public have a right to know what they've said? As science and politics collide, the stakes for public health and free speech have never been higher. The nation's health policy is at a crossroads, and the debate is only getting louder. In other news, Rudy Giuliani was hospitalized after a serious car crash in New Hampshire, suffering a fractured vertebrae and multiple injuries. It's a stark reminder that even political heavyweights aren't immune to life's curveballs. Meanwhile, Labor Day beachgoers face a different hazard water quality warnings across the country due to high bacteria levels. Yes, from fecal waste. It's a gross end to summer and a wake-up call about America's aging infrastructure. Swimming in contaminated water isn't just unpleasant, it's a real health risk. As you plan your holiday, check those water reports before you dive in. Today's headlines are a whirlwind, from voting rights to public health, to the very water we swim in. Stay safe, stay informed, and maybe keep your feet out of the surf this weekend.